Sarah, Master Tower Realty. Many times throughout the buying process, we get asked, what's next, or what do I need to be doing? So I'm going to be going over the roadmap of what that looks like to buy a home. So first, you're going to meet with your realtor, and they will ask you questions like what size home you're looking for, how many bedrooms, how much land you may want, and what budget you think you're going to be working in. They can also help you with the next step, which is you're going to want to find a lender and get pre-approved. Also keep in mind that you'll want to look at different rates to get the best rate for the mortgage that you need. You may need a conventional loan, which is between 5 and 20% down, an FHA loan, which is normally around 5% down, or a USDA loan, which is normally 0% down. There's also VA loans that vary from bank to bank. You also want to make sure that you don't let more than one lender pull your credit. Some people have the preconceived notion that they have to have their credit pulled in order to get the rate or a rate lock, and that's not the case. You can find out what rates each bank has and then choose from there. And once you've chosen what lender you want, then they can pull your credit and we can get the pre-approval, and they will send the pre-approval to your realtor. That leads us to the next step, which is actually searching for homes. Once your realtor gets the pre-approval with the loan amount that you're approved for, they can narrow down the search for you, and we can look in our system and we can find the house that has the right amount of bedrooms for you, or the right size, or the right amount of acreage for you within your price point. Because what you don't want to do is look at a house that is out of your price range, because you're more than likely going to like a house that's on a higher price range than on a lower price range. So we want to make sure that you're looking at houses that we know that you can afford. Once you find a home that you really like, you make an offer. And your initial offer many times gets negotiated by the seller. So the next step is the negotiation process. That can mean negotiating the price, or closing costs, closing date. Many times people negotiate the day of possession. And then after that, after the negotiations are done, then you get an accepted offer, and you have an official contract, and you're in escrow, which means essentially that contract is a binding contract, and that house is held for you throughout the process. Then the next step would be inspections, appraisals, and the lender's final details. So you want to do your inspections first. There's a number of inspections you can do. You can do a full home inspection, which we always encourage. If you're in the country, you can get your well and septic checked, or many times people get pest inspection, which is a very important inspection as well. Once the inspection reports come back to your realtor, then you guys can negotiate if certain things need fixed, which things might need fixed for your own personal preference, or they might need fixed for your loan. And then once those are negotiated back and forth, your realtor can contact your lender, and your lender will order the appraisal. The appraisal process can take a couple of weeks. Many times people think that they need to be doing something within that time, but what you need to keep in mind is your realtor and your lender are working behind the scenes and making sure everything's getting finalized for you. That's the beauty of having a realtor. We do a lot of the work for you. After the appraisal, your lender will send you emails or call you. You might need to finalize certain documents, sign different things, and your lender is trying to make sure that all of the paperwork is together for closing, which brings us to our next step, which is the closing process. You'll go to a closing company and you'll sign papers, and that will sign over the home to you. And that brings us to our last step, and you will officially be a homeowner. And normally possession date is between 15 and 30 days. So once you get through all of those processes, you're in your new home, and hopefully everyone's happy. We're happy for you. Please let us know if you have any videos that you would like us to cover. I will also be covering the steps of the selling process